All right, guys, welcome back to another live episode of Muscle Discord. This is Olympia week. The Super Bowl of bodybuilding is coming up. And so I'm trying to jump on live as much as I can this week. I mean, this only comes around once a year. And I'm going to try and pop on. I didn't plan this. I was like, you know what? There's lots of updates happening right now in the open division, in the 212, in classic. So I thought it's late. A lot of people may be on watching, but again, you can watch this after the live is done. But I wanted to do ChatGPT 5 predictions here. Okay. I'm putting a lot into ChatGPT 5. And guys, leave your picks in the live chat here. Remember to vote in the poll right now. In the poll, we have Samson with 41%, Derek close behind with 35%, 0% for Hadi Chupin to win, and 24% for Nick Walker to win. So remember to vote in the live chat poll. So I want to do ChatGPT 5's top 5 prediction. Okay, I don't want to drag it on for 10, so we'll do it for 5. And I'm also going to ask it real time what poses its first place pick beats everyone in. Okay, so I'm gonna go through that, and I have updates. Okay, for you guys, updates that you're not going to hear from anyone else because I do have insider information, classified information. Okay, that you aren't going to hear from others. I've seen photos of people, right? So people are sending me things, and I'm getting a little bit insight here and there. So you better want to watch this show because you're getting some major updates right now. Okay, this is game time, and it's minute by minute. Things are changing hour by hour, and you're gonna get it here. So let's go into ChatGPT 5, and I also want to say, I watched the shitty show that Bob Cicherillo did on some shitty podcast. I can't remember the name of it, and they don't understand how ChatGPT 5 works. Okay, obviously they didn't watch any of the shows that I did using ChatGPT 5 and how it was able to predict the winner and pick the winner before the finals actually took place, and it's just they don't understand how it works. And their narrative is to shut down AI because they don't want it. Obviously Bob and the judges, they don't want ChatGPT. Are you kidding me? We have to be held accountable to this AI. Are you kidding me? It's going to take our jobs. Of course they're going to downplay it. That's their job. Of course. You think they're going to be pro AI? No. Especially because it's my idea too. You think they're going to be all on board for that? No, of course not. So when you watch their bullshit, it's a narrative that they're doing, and just don't fall for it. Okay, don't fall for it. So I just wanted to kind of throw that in there. So I'm going to look at ChatGPT 5 here. Obviously, Derek's recent update. And the reason why I have Derek, because I've asked ChatGPT 5, based on the updates, where do you have your top 5 right now? Okay. And ChatGPT 5 is pulling data from the internet at this point because it's speculating. It's just speculating. When I do ChatGPT 5 live during a stream, there's no information on the internet yet. There's been no results. So that's real time. It's assessing the photos and picking the winner, and it's worked every time. And it's been in agreement with the judges for the winner. So again, that's how Bob and the others, they're not understanding. Dave Palumbo, they don't understand how it works. And I can't tell old people how to think the new technology works. I guess they're just past, they're living in the dark ages, so they don't understand how AI works. But anyway, so I'm not going to try and explain it to an elderly person like Bob and Dave. But so I'll leave it there. Yeah, well, Andrew, we're going to get into this. We're going to get into see what ChatGPT 5. There's a reason why I don't have Andrew in the poll. And there's only 4 spots that they allow me to put in the poll on YouTube. So otherwise I would have Andrew in there, but there's no room for it. So I just put those top in the poll. Okay, so let me go. I'm going to share my screen here for ChatGPT 5. Okay, so I'm going to share here. All right, I'm going to zoom in. Here we go. There's the top 5 right now. There's ChatGPT 5's top 5 picks. Okay, and it also breaks down. See if I can zoom in a little bit there. Is that going to fit? Okay, so you guys can see it. Read the font there. So Derek Lunsford, okay, first place. ChatGPT 5 is predicting that Derek Lunsford is going to win the 2025 Mr. Olympia. And I have some inside information, classified, today. Had the phone call. Very important person. Said that people have seen photos of Derek Lunsford stripped down. Very reminiscent of Phil Heath from the back. Okay, I haven't seen the photos. They've seen the photos. These are the top of the top people that have seen these photos of Derek Lunsford. And they're saying that Derek Lunsford is going to be hard to beat. Okay, so things are changing day to day, hour by hour here, people. Right? You see Nick Strength and Power doesn't really believe in Derek. Ivan Bodybuilding, they don't believe in Derek. Myself, I have in my own prediction I did on the live show yesterday, I have Derek in 4th place, which is crazy to think, right? He's beaten Samson already this year. He beat Nick Walker this year, and everyone's counting Derek Lunsford out. So sorry guys, I'm going to get to your comments. I'm trying to open up here, and then we're going to go back and forth questions. We'll get into the comments in the chat here. So there's been some updates on Derek. He's posted some updates. I'm going to go there to his page so we can see the photos that he just posted today. So I'm going to share that. We zoom in here, guys. I mean, 8-pack, pretty defined abs, right? I mean, Derek isn't known for the best midsection in the sense of like chiseled abs, but them abs right there are pretty damn chiseled. He's been covered up. He's been hiding. You know who else did that? Urs. Urs didn't show shit. Came into the Italy, boom, won it easy. No one knew. No one could know. He didn't show us anything. So everyone doesn't see. And so they didn't, there's no way Urs is going to win the pro show. Same thing with Derek. Oh, there's no way Derek's going to win. He doesn't, we haven't seen him. We just see his legs. That's all we see is his legs. Now you're seeing some upper body stuff. Last minute here. He's doing this for a reason. He's been trolling us. He's been trolling us, guys. Okay. There's a plan behind all of these things. Okay. And so, okay. He's like, I'm ready, guys. I'm ready. He's saying, I am ready. Like he looks fucking round. The lats, the veins in the lats, guys. He's vascular. We thought, oh, he looks soft. He's soft. That's why my prediction was 4th place the other day, because we only saw the legs. He was trolling us. Okay. This motherfucker is coming. He already beat Samson this year. He looked tremendous at the Arnold. Look at the vascularity in the lats here. The skin is thin. The skin is thin. So it looks much better here. So I'm still waiting till Thursday to make my final prediction video. And I think some people are going to have to update their predictions, right? Because Derek Lunsford just kind of opened the door here a little bit. And people say, "Oh, Derek's his face is it's not ready. It's fat." No, his cheekbones are showing through. His cheekbones are showing. It's in there. He's got a beard, so you can't really tell. So I mean, we can't count out Derek Lunsford here, guys. So let me go to some of you guys are saying he's soft. Is he soft? Is he though? Does Derek really ever come in like soft from the glutes and that? Not really. He's pretty crazy shredded. It's between Samson and Hadi fighting for first place. Mark my words. Yes. Okay. We're not. Yeah. I'm going to tell you some things about Hadi. I'm going to tell you some things about Andrew Jacked. Tell you some things about Samson. Samson was gassed and he just kept preparing. Yeah. And guys, put your predictions in the chat here too. I want to know what you're thinking. You guys know what I'm thinking, or at least you know what ChatGPT is thinking, right? Which is pretty crazy. And ChatGPT has been getting it right. So, guys, mark this down. The predictions. Let me go back here. Right here. I'm going to close this screen here. There. Stick its leg in me a little bit. All right, I'm back. Mark this down. Derek Lunsford first, Samson Dowda second, Hadi Choopan third, Andrew Jack fourth, Nick Walker fifth. That's ChatGPT is most likely to least. So it's most likely to win, because again, it's speculating. It doesn't know any better than us. It's just speculating that Derek is going to win. Samson will come in second, Hadi third, Andrew fourth, Nick fifth. Now, why is Derek winning? And what it's saying this, if the quad separation rumors are true, see, it's taking data from the internet. He patches the only real hole in his package, which is the quads. Okay, for the most part. Back shots plus midsection control usually win him the front double bicep, the back lat spread, the back double bi, and he's hard to beat when he's dry. Correct. That's true. Now, Samson, okay, second, shape flow wins him from the front. He looks lean and dry. If he's even slightly downsized, which is the fear because he is coming in shredded, he's never done this before. We know he's going to be lighter than he usually is. He'll need undeniable glute and ham grain. Love the terminology, ChatGPT. And lower back detail to keep Derek honest. Wow, Chad, come on with the slang. See, he's like a person. It's like a real person. Hadi Choopan, reportedly all-time crisp. If he brings 2022 level harness with the fuller look, which people say Hadi does look bigger, he can jump to number one. Okay, so ChatGPT is not counting out Hadi Choopan to win the show. Okay, jump to number one. Small slip on taper flow keeps him just behind Derek and Samson on my card today. Okay, ChatGPT. Andrew Jacked. If he is rumored to be his best ever, conditioning would be massive. He already wins or pushes the front lat spread. If the back thickness glute ham detail catch up, right? He's a live threat for the top three. Does anyone disagree with that? Is ChatGPT stupid? Is it crazy? Is Dave Palumbo, is this not going to ever work? I don't know. Bob Cicherillo? ChatGPT doesn't know what it's talking about. It's crazy. Okay. All right, guys. Live in the dark ages. bunch of senior citizens running the organization, but it is what it is. Hey, yeah, it's true. It's true. Okay, got a bunch of elderly people running. I'm not talking about Jim Mannion. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Bob and Dave and these old guard that are still around. Okay, and then so that's his update on Andrew. Nick Walker. Okay, Nick Walker. Everyone, oh, Ivan Bodybuilding has Nick Walker winning. I saw that today. Nick Walker, granite density and rear poses keep him in striking distance. Okay, to climb, he must nail the waist control in the front and the transitions. Wow, the transitions. Okay, chat. Okay. Now, what's the swing factors? Swing factors at prejudging. Okay, here we go. Derek's quad lines visible. This is what we need to see. Derek, quad lines visible from rows 10. Wow, from row 10. Okay, ab wall stay tight under breathing. Okay, because Derek does have trouble holding his ab pose when he's crunching down. He's like struggling to pop. So I see that. How the fuck does ChatGPT know this shit? Okay, Samson, true glute and ham grain plus lower back detail while holding fullness. 100%, I think everyone could agree with that assessment. He needs to have the true shredded ham glute detail and the lower back detail, but he has to have the fullness that we're used to seeing Samson bring to the stage. If he doesn't, he's going to slip down. He can still win it, right? That's my prediction is Samson to win it, but if he doesn't have the fullness, he can drop down. Hottie, the dryness without losing the roundness. Okay, because sometimes Hottie comes in very shredded, but then the quads are downsized. He's not as big, right? So that's what Hottie is coming in this year, is to come in a little bit bigger. Okay, so Hottie, dryness without losing the roundness. Taper reads clean in the front double bicep. So that he needs to have the quad taper, right? And the sweep on those quads, the fullness, or else he's gonna struggle. And then Andrew, rear detail, glutes and erectors, yes. If on, he leapfrogs over these guys. Okay, so it's putting a lot of emphasis on Andrew jacked. In this mix, Phil Clayhar made a bold statement yesterday on the show. Phil has seen photos of Andrew jacked. I'm going to go to my story here. We got some updates on Andrew jacked, and his appearance seems concerning in a good way. Actually, I want to show you Hottie's legs too. Let me pause this, share my screen, go back. This was at 7 days out, Hottie's quads. So people are like, oh, Hottie, he's not, the conditioning, he's conditioned. It's done. It's been done a long time ago. He's been conditioned. His quads do look fuller here. Now, this was after, I think, that workout they did. So Hottie's bringing it. People say Hottie, I've heard today as well, people think Hottie Chupin's going to win. I've heard things that they don't want Samson to win. The power that be don't want him to win. They want somebody else to win. I'm going to get back to that important story and developments happening today within the league, because there is a master plan to all of this. I know people don't believe in these things. They think, oh, well, that person should have won this person because they're judging this. There's a master plan. I mean, this is a private organization. It's not, they can do whatever they want to do. Just make it happen. Anyways, so that's Hottie's quad update. Hottie is now in at the Cult Fitness gym. There he is with Bearuz. Oh, there's my thing. Let me pause it. He looks big. Look at him in the shirt. That's Bearuz. Bearuz is 268. Look at how fucking thick Hottie's arm is. So Hottie could shock a lot of people, right? He's pissed off. He had the full year off, No one else did. Samson, no. Derek, no. Nick, no. Hottie, yes. Full year off to make improvements. None of those other guys got that. So Hottie could be big. What are some of you guys saying in the comments here? Let me just catch up here. Derek versus Samson for the win. Okay, here. Samson first, Derek second, Andrew third, Hottie fourth, Nick fifth, Martin sixth. Yeah, that's not bad picks. Okay. I'm hoping the live stream quality is better. We're praying for that. Crazy to finally see people putting Derek higher than fourth now. Yeah. Fingers crossed. Hopefully Derek is first, even though only like 3 people. Yes. Yeah. Hey, do not forget, King Ron predicts Hottie Shupin is going to win. A lot of people were like, well, Ronnie doesn't know what he's not really in it. He doesn't know what's going on. You know, he had Rafael Brandao in his top fucking 10. So does he really know what's going on? Because obviously no one told him that Rafael Brandao is not in the Olympia this year, but Ronnie still predicted him to be in the top 10. So I don't know if you can take that with a grain of salt, maybe. What is this? Dennis James also said he saw pics of Andrew last week and he is really impressed. Not that FIBO. So yeah, definitely he ain't gonna look like FIBO. I mean, Andrew Jack would be an idiot to come in looking like he did at FIBO. Never underestimate Hottie. He's been the most consistent. Yeah, he has for the most part. Okay, so next, I'm getting distracted here. There we go. This one. There it is. That was today. Andrew Jack's face looks all jumbled up. Looks like he just got out of a World War II battlefront fight there. He's been through war and he's coming to battle. And Phil Clayhar thinks he's going to win. Kamal Argarni thinks the same. And Kamal is training with Andrew on the ground there in Florida. They're here now in Vegas, but he's been there and he sees him every day. Stripped down, posing, practicing. So, I'm here, guys. So I think that will be a factor. The face says it all. Okay, so back to these breakdowns. Now, what is it saying bottom line? Bottom line, Derek remains my pick today. With Samson Hottie in a virtual tie for the upset. Andrew has the volatility play. If any of the top 3 miss by 3 to 5%, Nick can steal spots on hardness. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that assessment. So what do you guys think? Do you think ChatGPT is on to something here with this prediction? I think so. I mean, I really think so. With Derek's updates today, let me just zoom out of this. It's Samson. Let's look at Samson, because the thing is with Samson, if he comes in as full as we're used to seeing, then he should win. He has the best package, top to bottom, front to back, the quads, fullness. His posing is really good. I just think that should be enough. But is he going to be too downsized? Is his legs going to look lanky and kind of stringy? Is his thickness not going to be as much? Right? Sorry, I'm just trying to go back to your comments. I asked ChatGPT not. Okay, question. Yeah, ask me your questions. Get your questions in. I have one question. If Hottie shows up like he did last year at the Arnold, is there anyone who can beat him? This is tough because what's happening is some guys are coming off and then someone else comes on and then they win. Okay. Derek and Hottie were off last year at the Olympia. Samson won. Barely. Hottie was beating Samson in prejudging, which is where the show should be done with, but they do the finals anyways, just to whatever. And then Samson beat him. And Derek was just really, really off. Terrible. He complained about Hani Rambod's whatever, their last week of whatever prep, and he fucked up, and he was kind of digging at Hani Rambod for fucking that up. And then Hani Rambod retired after that debacle with Derek Lunsford and Hottie Chupon. They both were off at the Olympia. So but now he's back with Hottie. So we're going to see. He's just focusing in on him. Samson has never come in shredded. No, he hasn't. So we're going to see a different Samson. We are 1000% going to see a different looking Samson that we've never seen before on the stage. And my fear is that it's going to look so like, oh, that's not the way he normally looks. He looks like skinnier. He looks like more, dieted down, like more like emaciated down. He's not the same Samson that we're used to seeing, this massive 305 pound. He's going to be like 290, maybe 289 on stage. Samson Dauda. So that's going to be a different looking. We saw what he looked like 6 weeks out. He looked like he was kind of downsized. That's 6 weeks out. He pushed himself even harder over these last 6 weeks. Who knows what he could look like? He could come out like sixth place because he just looks completely different. It's the risk versus the reward, and Samson is going all in on the risk, and I'm hoping it pays off because I think he should win, technically based off his structure and what he brings to the stage. I think both Derek and Nick have upper body that is too dominant over their legs. But Derek's legs, I've heard they look crazy, that he looks like Phil Heath from the back. I haven't seen the photos, but I'm hearing this. I feel like Samson doesn't need to worry about appearing small if he prioritizes conditioning. And that's what the judges asked him for. They asked him to bring in the conditioning. He's doing it. We see it. It's already done. He's dried out. Vascular. This is the most vascular I've ever seen Samson. I've never seen, and he looks big still. So part of me is like, maybe he's gonna be big and shredded. Maybe he's gonna be like Ronnie Coleman 2003 when Ronnie was just like like he shocked the world, and he came back, and it was game over. Maybe that's what we're about to see with Samson Dauda. Look how vascular he is. And dry. This is going to be freaky. If he peaks properly and he fills up and he's dry and his glutes are like there's lines in the glutes. I don't know if there's going to be lines in the glutes. He had a little bit of them last year for the first time. So if that's improved and he's crisp, sharp, he might pull off a Ronnie Coleman 2003. And judging by what I'm seeing, like the skin is like, it's crazy. So, and he looks big still. So we saw him 6 weeks out in the middle of his depletion dieting, right? So of course he's not going to be super full and big. He's eating 3 eggs and coffee in the morning. You don't expect them to be all filled up with carbs and full. So that's just part of the diet process. So yeah, I think Samson, I know ChatGPT is predicting that Derek is going to win. If you want me to ask ChatGPT a question, type it out. I'll put it in. I'm kind of trying to think about ChatGPT. Okay, let's see. If you could actually, what about Behrouz Tabani? Could he crack the top 5 or even win? Let's see. Thanks, brother. Kris Derek's legs are going to be 2 times better. That's what I'm hearing. That's the rumor. Derek is just going to be just better than the Arnold. More conditioned too. Okay, what is it saying here? Okay, Tabani can absolutely threaten the top 5 if he nails a lights out peak. Winning the title is a long shot. So as Milos, his coach, is saying, Tabani's going to win. No, he's not going to win. But he can definitely be in the top 5. Why is Tabani dangerous? World-class conditioning, dry glutes, hams, etched out quads, crisp midsection. He rarely misses here. Yeah, very true. Dense side poses, side chest, side tri. Read thick, yes, for his height. Composed presentation, doesn't waste shots with sloppy breathing and transitions, aka Nick Walker. What caps his ceiling versus the big 4 or 5? Back width, overall scale. Okay, so back width or scale. Next to Derek, Samson, Nick, Andrew, Hottie, he gives up clavicle width. Okay. Lat flare. Okay, and sheer size, which matters in the front double, front lat, and back lat spread. Okay. Yeah. Behrouz's lat spread isn't the best. Okay. Leg volume. Separation is great, but quad and lower body volume could look smaller in the lineup. So it's saying that Tabani's quads are just not going to be up to the level of like a Samson, Derek, Hottie. Andrew has pretty good quads when they're full. And Nick's quads are big, so bigger now. So I see what ChatGPT is making a good case here for breaking down Tabani. Path to the top 5. Okay, and then what is it saying? Stage optics. At the Olympia, big plus peeled usually beats peeled alone. Yeah, I agree with that. Path to the top 5. Fuller than usual. So he needs to be fuller than usual without blurring lines. Win or split abs and thigh, side, chest, tri, and keep the back double comparative through the grain and pose control. Okay. He needs one of the big names to be off by about 5%. Flat, watery, or waist control issues. Okay. Path to an actual victory. Sorry, guys. Okay. Where am I at? Path to an actual victory. Multiple favorites miss the mark, obviously. Behrouz brings in once in a career combo of grain plus surprising fullness to make his front shots read bigger. It's possible, but everything has to be to break his way. Odds today, top 5, 15 to 20%. So it's giving Tabani a 15 to 20% odds of being in the top 5. If he peaks, win, he's giving him 2 to 4% chance to win. So for any of those who think that Tabani is going to win, Okay, this is ChatGPT, so I mean, we can't, right? It's speculating like me and you or anyone does. It's just taking in the data like we all take in the data and gives us an outcome in a prediction. So prejudging looks for striated glutes from the first turn and a rounder chest lat look. If he's both full and dry, he's live for fourth or fifth. Okay, I'm going to ask him, what about, or I'm going to ask it, it's not a him. What about Martin Fitzwater? What chances of cracking? Sorry, my mic's in the way. I can't cracking top 5. Let's see. Because, Martin is looking good. We've seen Martin. All right. Okay. Martin can crack the top 5, but he needs his sharpest ever look and a little help. Okay. Wow. Why he's live. Okay. Muscularity, density, round outs, chest, arms, read big in the most muscular. Yeah, the most muscular is Martin's probably best pose, in my opinion. Side chest, side tricep, balance structure, good shoulders, width and proportion when the midsection is tight. Stage presence, confidence posing, doesn't waste shots. Okay. What holds him back versus the favorites? Back advantage. Derek, Hottie, Nick generally out detail him on the back double, back lat, erectors, lower lat thickness, glute ham grain. Okay, maybe not the glute ham grain because his glutes do come in pretty good sometimes. Leg optics, quad sweep, outer thigh volume can look smaller next to Samson, Andrew, if fullness isn't perfect. No doubt hardness, he needs that dry, grainy finish to win close calls. Path to top 5, show up full and dry, grain in the glutes and hams visible from first turn. Steal side poses, side chest try, and keep the abs and thigh crisp with locked midsection. Make back double competitive via tighter erector and ham detail. Don't give it away. One of the big 5 comes in 3 to 5% off. Flat, watery waist control issues. He can move up. Odds today, top 5. So ChatGPT is giving Martin Fitzwater 10 to 15% odds of cracking the top 5. Okay, if he peaks. Higher if favorites, Nick, Samson, Hottie, Derek, are off. Podium, outside shot requires best ever back detail in a slip from 2 of Derek, Samson, Hottie, Andrew. Yeah. Show day tells look for deeper quad lines in the front shots, glute ham grain on the first back turn, and whether his back double looks thicker through the mid back if those are on. He's in a fight for 5th. So a lot of things need to go good for Martin to really get into that top 5. To me, I think it gives Tabani a little bit better. Okay, the odds is 15 to 20 for Tabani top 5. Is it the same? That's 10 to 15 for Martin. So it's giving better odds for Tabani to crack the top 5 versus Martin Fitzwater. Okay. So I think that is the most we're questioning anyone being in that top 6 was Martin, Tabani, Andrew Jack. There's a lot of people that have Andrew Jack 7th. Ivan Bodybuilding has him 7th. I don't see that happening. That doesn't make any sense. The Triple Crown. Yes, that's okay. Thank you for reminding me. Okay. Now, I know people don't believe that there's any politics in bodybuilding. And I do. And Dave Palumbo, on my interview on RX Muscle the other day, agreed with me and said that there is politics in judging. He just didn't believe that there was politics in the Masters Olympia, which I disagreed with him on. So make sure you go check out that episode on RX Muscle with me and Dave Palumbo. Now, the Triple Crown. I've alluded to this in my other live streams on Mondays, that they want Derek to get that triple crown. They want to start the precedent of the triple crown. Okay. Winning the Arnold, winning the Pittsburgh Pro, and then winning the Mr. Olympia. Okay. And Derek's on the path to do that. So what better than to have Derek win the Mr. Olympia this year to get that triple crown? It lifts up the Pittsburgh Pro because it's in that triple crown now, and everyone's happy at the top, if you know what I mean. So Derek has one job to do, and that is to come in good shape, come in great, don't come in off. All you have to do, Derek, is do not come in off, and everything goes according to plan from the powers that be. Now, this is me speculating that they have a plan. The politics are involved. They want Derek to be the winner if he shows up in shape, right? They'll nudge him to get the win, the judges, right? You know, they have their meetings, right? They get together and, okay, so what are we going to do? What's the plan? Right? So, I'm speculating there, guys, but these things do happen. Trust me, they do. What are some questions here? Okay, what is this? Classic, Jose, Mike, Ramon, Logan, Terrence. I'm going to say right now, I think Terrence Ruffin's going to win the Classic Physique division. What's the timestamp on this so I can play it back? 41 minutes. Okay. I think Terrence Ruffin is going to win the Classic Physique division. Does anyone disagree in the chat? Let's go to Terrence. I think he is looking much improved, especially in the back. See if I can find that. Where did I see that shot? There's a back double bicep shot. Anyways, you guys have probably seen it, where he just looks crazy. I think it was in the stories or something. So I think he could potentially win. I think maybe the powers that be. Oh, you want to ChatGPT? I don't know if it has the list to take the top 5. Let me see. Let me do this here. 2025 Mr. Olympia weekend. And let me get the list and see if it can take the list. From the Classic Physique. Here, let's do this. Let's see if this works. Okay, what is, I'm just typing this out. Let me share my screen. What is your top 5 picks for the 2025 Mr. Olympia Classic Physique division? And put the link in here so it can pull from the names and see if it can figure it out. Because there's so many names for it to go through, but we'll see. Okay, it's considering the top 5. Could be. I don't know what it's going to do. This is real time. Could say, see, it's taking cbum, and cbum's not in it. Michael DeBow, Terrence. Well, I mean, Michael, I don't know if Michael, Logan, Ramon, it's not taking Mike, so it's not computing something properly. I would have to put like Mike Sommerfeld, Terrence, Ramon, like kind of what we're thinking as the top five, and then it would break it down and give us who it thinks the top five is going to be out of what we're prompting it with, and break it down based off those prompts, right? So yeah, it's pulling cbum in there, which obviously isn't the case. It's just taking from the, yeah. Okay. So anyway, I'd have to prompt that properly with what we think our top five is. Okay. Let me close some of these. I do think Ramon is going to be in the mix to also potentially win the Brazil factor. Oh, and what was I saying about Mike? I think Mike. I don't know if they like Mike. I don't know if the powers that be like him because he's a little bit crazy. Like he's a little wild. He's into some different things. And he's what he's been doing recently with his training partners, and that Janansky guy was kind of weird with him. And like, is that what we want representing the classic physique? Like, we went from Kris Bumstead, stand-up guy, right? Calm, cool-headed. You're not going to get any freaky shit from cbum as a representative of class. That's a big mantle to carry. You need somebody that's going to represent classic physique, that's going to have a cool head, and that can market it and continue to build upon what Chris's legacy. Is that necessarily Mike Sommerfeld? He's a little on the wild side. He's a little bit risky. CBum's still winning in retirement. Let's read your comments here, guys. Yeah. So, and then is Mike even going to make weight? We know that's not his height. He's going to lose 2 inches if they press down on his hair. So then what? What does he do? Does he try and make weight? Go in the sauna? Try and drop weight? I don't even know what his weight's going to be. So we don't even know. We don't know. That's the thing. I don't know if he's going to make weight in the height. Technically, he shouldn't. He shouldn't. Greg Doucette's already saying he's out. He's out of the classic. Can he do 212? No, because he's not qualified to do 212. He's not a Mr. Olympia champions. Yes, the Mr. Olympia champions can cross classes, but if you haven't won the Mr. Olympia yet, you can't cross into another division. So he can't do that. So there may be what if let's just play this out. And let's say, let me go to Mike's page here. Let's say Mike doesn't make the weight or in the height restrictions. Is there a chance that he just watches the show from the crowd, from the seats, and he says out, and he looks crazy like this, and he's like, well, I didn't qualify in the height and weigh-ins here, so I guess I gotta sit it out. Would they actually do that to him? Make him sit out? That's my question to you guys. Would they make him sit out because he doesn't pass the rules with the height and the weight requirements? They would have to do that because especially the Brazilian fans. You think the Brazilian fans are going to let them get away with it? No, they're not. They will go insane. They will fly up to they will do whatever it takes. They will not let that happen. So, and if that's the case, then Ramon could win. Like I said, I still think Terrence Ruffin's going to win. I don't know if Logan is another guy that I think mentally, a little out there. I don't know. He seems pissed off a lot of the times. I watch his I was watching his live today. I think he was doing like an IG live or something, and he was really like Well, I'm not going to make my predictions. Everyone gets pissed off at me when I make predictions. And I'm like, holy fuck, chill. Calm down, bro. Calm down. Right? People are just asking you a question. You're not, don't get mad at them. He was literally like mad. Like, bro, now it could just be the diet. It could be the diet. But yeah, maybe there could be a chance that Mike is not on the stage. Jose Ma, um, structurally, I don't think he's gonna. Can he be top five? Yes, but there's that other guy, Nal, who looks really good. Where is he? This guy. Yeah, this guy could do some. His quads. I just they didn't look like they matched his body. I was like, what are these quads? The thing is with his physique, I just don't know if it's going to be like refined. It's like he's not like a cbum where it's like the gnarly muscle. It's kind of smooth and round. Kind of looking. The waist looks crazy in that this shot right here and here in the front lat. Um, I've heard conflicting times with the weight. I saw 9 a.m. like you did, but then I also saw like it was supposed to be 9:30 p.m., which seems too late, and 9 a.m. seems too early. So I'm going to confirm the time on the weigh-ins. But maybe they are doing it early so people have time to make weight if they don't make right. Usually weigh-ins when I competed was always kind of in the evening, but we'll see. Yeah. So what is how did I was wondering that too with Breon. Like he's got the huge fro. Like how does he hide in? We're gonna see how they're gonna rehide everyone. There's gonna be a lot of guys that don't make weight. Yeah, his quad to waist ratio, like I said, it almost looks like the legs don't match his upper body. Like it's a different guy's body on the bottom half and might throw off his symmetry a little bit. I think they're going to make a statement with Mike not letting him compete. He's not making weight. I don't think he's going to make weight unless some way, somehow they already hided him and he's like, fuck, okay. If they push down on my hair, I'm not going to make weight. Okay, what do we do? Neil to his coach, what do we do? Okay, you're obviously you're not the height. We cheated. Okay, they busted us. Fuck. What do we do? So they're working on it right now. Okay, and they're dropping weight right now, last minute, so that he makes weight in the other class that he's supposed to be in, height weight wise. So I think they're smart. I mean, this is the Mr. Olympia. They're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that he competes. They're not going to be like, oh well, I'm too tall or I'm too whatever, so I can't. No, they're going to do whatever he can drop weight, right? He's got a good coach. He just go in the sauna right now. I've dropped 14 pounds from a Thursday to Friday to make my weigh-ins for Classic. I had to drop 14 pounds and I still won. And I was depleted and flat and it was crazy. But I made weight. So, and I was already lean and shredded in glutes and I still dropped 14 pounds. That was with no sauna. That was me like sitting in the shower with the towel at the bottom of the door so no steam could get out, in a buddy hug, in sweatpants, hour after hour doing that. An hour in, 10 minutes out, an hour in, 10 minutes out, until I dropped all 14 pounds. So if I can drop the weight, Mike Sommerfeld can drop the weight. So that's the only way I think he might be able to do it. Will he look Is good? Probably not, because he's going to be smaller, more depleted looking. But I'm sure he's going to make it happen. Maybe they're using a rigged measuring. No, I thought about that they would like get a measuring stick with the numbers all redone. Right? It's not accurate for anyone, but everyone will make the height. They could do that. It's easy to do. How much diazide does Angry Mike need in his? Do you think he's going to have his hair gelled? Is the question. Will he have his hair gelled? Because you can see there's 2 inches there. So to me, I'm going to call it right now. He's going to have to make weight at a lower weight to get into the class. Yes, this is the consensus. It's a good guess. I spoke to cbum at Pittsburgh. He does not like Mike at all. He seems like nobody likes him. Why is that? Because you kind of saw it on the Cutler cast in his interview. He's different. I'll just say that. He's different. Someone sent me a posing video that Mike did. He was wearing a tutu, like a ballerina thing. I don't know if you guys seen that. It was like a guest posing, and it was like weird. I don't know. It was like, okay, why are you wearing a tutu? It was like a ballerina tutu, and he had like the ballerina wand thing, and like the ballerina, like ballerina. What? So I don't know that. It just was just odd. That was a weird choice of costume. Could have picked any costume for your guest posing, but he picked the ballerina. Maybe it was because I don't know. I don't know what that means. So he's just like, and then there's like the devil thing or something where he's got this like, what was it? Like his mentality is like I can't. Someone was telling me, there's people DMing me about this guy saying he's a weird, like, I don't want to bash Mike Summerfield. I don't know him personally, but there's things like he's into devil something, not worship, but like, fuck, what was it? It was something about like his mentality of like, he'll never give up and he'll die for something. I don't know what it is. Something. You guys, maybe some of you can fill me in on it. But he's just different. It's just a different mentality. I don't know what it is. Yeah. So he's different. So I don't know if they're going to give that guy to win. And let me be clear. They give who they want to win. Right? This is a business. It's a business. They need to market the Olympia. They need to make sure it's in good standing. They don't want some risky dude representing the top of the ticket. It's like in politics. We need the best candidate. Edibles. Oh, yes. There. What is this? Mike has vampire disease. Oh, is that what it is? No, that's not what it is. He's just trolling me. Mike has vampire disease. Is that a thing? And it's a blood disorder, not satanic worship. Okay. Okay. Let me just wait. 1 second. I'm asking ChatGPT live. See what this hell this. Just no. Okay. No, there's no medical condition that turns. Okay, what is this? There is something here. Okay. It's a rare genetic condition. Does he have rabies? No. There's something, but there was something kind of like similar to the devil, like something vampire. I don't know what it was, but someone was saying like he's like He's into this stuff. I don't know what it is. I can't remember it. I have to go back into my DMs and find that chat. But there was something that he is into. I don't know if it's a religion or if it's. Let me go to my. Ah. Oh, okay. So it is a thing. So what people sometimes mean by vampire disease are real disorders with photosensitivity. Like that's not what Mike has, though. No, that has to do with sunlight and stuff. So that's not true. But like the mustache being like twirled up, like this weird, like I, that's I mean you into something when you do that with your mustache. Okay, something's going on, good or bad. Who cares? To each their own. Something's going on with the mustache. It's got got some kind of something lifestyle going on. We don't know, but we ain't going to judge on the mustache curl, the upward. I'm not going to say it. I don't want to get in trouble here. That's me saying not to get in trouble. So you guys, tell me what you think it is. Tell me what you think is going on with Mike Summerfield, because people are saying he's weird. He's doing weird things. He's acting weird. Is the terminology? It's not just me. So yeah, it's oh okay. Iblis, his other self that comes out. Oh yes. Okay, this was what I think this person was telling me about. It's his Iblis. Okay, let's go here. Let's just do a little bit of work here. Um, yes, Iblis, the other self that comes out of him, so he stays. Says that might be what we're thinking of. Let me. Yes, I think that's kind of what I was. It was. It was like this weird alter ego, something that. Yes. Okay. Iblis B1 in Islam, the person is Islam, the personal name of the devil. Okay, this is exactly what I was referring to earlier. But see, I was onto it, but I just couldn't remember exactly what it was. It had to do with the devils, not vampires. The being of who refused to bow to Adam and was cast out roughly, angulus to Satan. Iblis, meaning able to worthy off used forms of adjectives like tribulus, terrible. Okay. I don't know what's going on with Mike Somerville. The devil. Okay. A little scary. A little scary, Mike. He seems fine. I like his physique, but if that's what he's into or that's what's going on with him, then it's going to be a very interesting Mr. Olympia Classic Physique division if he's at the head of the helm. Let's say that right now. So I don't think he's a bad guy. Like, I mean, he seems fine. He's nice in interviews and things like that, but just a little bit different. He's different. It's going to be a different reign if he is the champ than it was for cbum. Two different people, right? Ah, Iblis is the one everyone hates, not Mike. Ah, so it's his alter ego is the devil, kind of, right? And that's what's making everyone hate Mike. He lost all momentum he had. I agree with that. This is looking kind of messy with Mike. and causing everyone having to be remeasured, which I think is good because they should remeasure all these guys with their hair and stuff. Come on, guys. No personal attacks on the wives, please. No personal attacks. But hey, no, dude, you may have made it up, but that's what I heard. So I don't know, man. Like, that's why I remember I said before you even mentioned that comment, I was like, it's something the devil or something. And then that's what it is. Yeah, that whole thing with Eric, he was like being like rude, and Eric was like, "What, dude?" I don't know. It was weird. It was a weird thing. Anyways, I think we're gonna wrap it up there, guys. I just wanted to jump on here. I'll be live tomorrow again. There's this nonstop coverage. So I appreciate you guys joining. So stay tuned. We're gonna see what happens to Mike with the check-ins tomorrow. That's tomorrow. Samson, Nick, Derek, Hottie. Well, that's my pick. I have Samson to win. Hottie second, not Nick. Nick Walker. Everyone that I'm talking to in the upper, like the pros and the top pros and coaches and stuff, none of them are having Nick Walker win. Only Nick Walker can potentially win if Samson and Hottie and Derek are like just off, and they're just like, oh, okay. No. I think people are getting worked up because Nick looks so huge in the gym when he's pumped with the goon lighting and the camera lens and all the filter and all that stuff, which is what Samson used to do. And it would backfire on Samson because he would never look like he did in the gym. Right. And I got to say one more thing too about Nick in the Olympia. He never looks as good in the Olympia lighting as he does at other shows. The Olympia stage doesn't favor Nick's look. So wanted to throw that in there, that it doesn't favor Nick's look. And just being big and thick and gnarly, I don't think is going to do enough for him to win the whole damn thing. And then I know that midsection is going to hang out sometimes in between the poses when he's standing off to the side, when Steve is grilling them. It's going to start to protrude, and we're going to start to see it slip. And because I've been such a hard ass on him and his, not just me, Fuad has. When Fuad was doing the commentating for the Pittsburgh Pro, he's like, Nick's got to watch that midsection. Keeps hanging out. Fuad was saying it. Ian, they were saying it. So it's not just me. Everyone is noticing the midsection's hanging out when he's battling, because he's blowing out. He blew out his waist. He blew out his waist trying to get huge, and he's only 5'6". He's the same height as me, which is crazy. That he's as big as he is, and he's my height. It doesn't make sense, but he's whatever 280. It's unbelievable. But you're 280 and you're like a box. There's only so much room on your physique to put muscle, and a lot of the muscle goes to your midsection. And you're short and compact, it just doesn't work. And he has a turtle shell when he does the front double. He has a turtle shell when he does the front double. It sticks out like curvature. Well, Derek has a vacuum. Hottie has a vacuum. Samson has a vacuum. Andrew has a vacuum. Martin even has a vacuum. Baruz Tabani has a vacuum. And then Nick's going to be the odd man out with the stomach that turtle shell. The judges have to judge who stands next to him. And if he's the odd man out with this weird midsection, it's not going to work out for Nick Walker. I could be wrong. We're going to see. I still think he's in the top 5 somewhere. But if he were to win the Mr. Olympia, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna go on a tirade on my videos of how the pro league went in the wrong direction by gifting this man the Mr. Olympia title with the, I hate to say it, the bad skin, the acne prone back skin. Looks like not good. It's not a good look. Obviously, the distended stomach when he's relaxed, walking around, even in between poses when he's standing off to the side on the stage. Not a healthy look. Not something you want to really promote in the sport. We already have a bad rap. We don't need that on top of it. We don't need a 6-month-old looking pregnant woman belly sticking out on the side of the stage. I don't want to see that. Get it under control like Hottie can, like Derek can, like Samson can. Get your fucking waist under control, Nick Walker. Why should you be able to get away with a bloated ass belly when you can't hold your poses? And then all these other guys are busting our ass. Samson can always do the vacuum. He had, his stomach was popping out, and that's when I called Samson out on it, and everyone else did too. But you know what Samson did? What champions do? They improve. Did Nick improve? Does it look like Nick even cares? When he was doing that massage and he was standing in this massage room and his fucking stomach was just jetting out. It's like, bro, do you not even know what you look like? It's like, he's like proud of it. He's like, ugh. And he was like, it was fucking big stomach hanging out. I'm like, dude, it's just gross, bro. It's not healthy. It's not what, is that what you guys want to look like? Do you guys want to look like Nick Walker? Do you want to have the stomach like that? I'm sure you guys want to have the arms like Nick, in the chest, in the back. But do you want the stomach to go along with it? Would you take Nick Walker's physique? A lot of you would, yes, because he's got crazy arms and big chest and freaky size. But you're going to have that big belly too. You have to walk around with that all day. Have fun with that. Not a good look. I'd rather have Samson, Hottie, Derek's physique all day long. I wouldn't want the varicose veins in the calves and shit. It's like, ugh. Anyways, I'm kind of going in on Nick right now. Great guy, Nick Walker. He's a great guy. He's funny. He's a good character. But I just don't. I'm not a fan of that type of physique. It's a physique that's gone too far, and it skews the lines of aesthetically pleasing to look at versus like, oh, he's just freakazoid. And a lot of bodybuilders, they like that look. I feel like the Nick Walker fans are the fans that have similar physiques to the guys they like. So if you're a Nick Walker fan, you might be a bit blockier. You might be a bit, you might be a little bit like that, right? So you kind of like, you got to go for that guy because he's kind of like you. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Could be just bugging you guys. All right. I'm hard on him. I'm hard on him with the midsection. I can't help it. So is Lee Haney. Lee Haney said, Nick Walker is not my guy. He is never going to be my guy. And I'm glad Lee Haney said it. He's speaking facts. It's just not, it's not there, guys. I'm sorry. Everyone's like, he's going to win. Well, why? Because he's got crazy big arms and an okay chest. Not the best chest, that's for sure. Good hamstrings. That's all I can point out for Nick. I'm sorry. There's not much awe-inspiring wow factor in a sense of his posing and his symmetry and his balance and his transitions. There's no grace to his posing. It's very static and basic. There's not much happening there. It's a lot of most muscular shots. That's it. I want Flex Wheeler. I want Sean Ray posing. I want Kevin Levrone style posing. Samson Dow to stop posing. Hottie, like I want that. That's what I was used to watching when I was coming up and competing. Was watching those guys pose and the transitions and the cool shots and the quarter turn. Nick can't do any of that shit, and that's going to be the Mr. Olympia. No, I don't think so. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right, guys, I'm going on a rant here. You got me started on Nick Walker, and once you get me started on Nick Walker, I'm not going to stop. Not going to stop. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to make a protein shake and call it a night. Appreciate you guys joining me. We had a decent amount of you guys in here this late at night, so I appreciate it. Phil Clayhar. This might be Patty. I don't know if this is Phil. Yeah. I think a lot of people favor the type of physique that they kind of have, of course, right? If you drive a Mustang, you're probably going to like when you see other Mustangs on the highway, right? Versus a Chevy or something, right? It's kind of the same thing. Sorry, I haven't been paying attention. Matt, Andrew told me today that his sponsor, BSN, had a big issue with him not taping his prep, but he didn't care. It's personal for him. Yeah, I wish Andrew would be more like the others. Like even Hadi Chupon is showing a lot of footage of himself training and well, no, Andrew does a lot of training footage. He doesn't show a lot of skin, right? And Andrew's very popular, and he would do well if he did that, even more so if he showed more. And he shows his arms when he's training and stuff, but he doesn't show the progress photos. I think he's the one of the very few that doesn't show like a full body update, or like he won't show off the legs and flex like Derek's been showing off the legs, and then Nick's been doing the basement photos full body, and then Samson hasn't. He did the guest posing 6 weeks ago, but usually Samson used to do it all the way up to the show. So yeah, I could see that. Oh, it is Phil. What's up? What's up, brother? Yeah, man. Well, Phil broke the internet by saying that he thinks Andrew Jack's going to potentially win first or second. It could be between those two. But I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know if Andrew Jack can, make the improvements in the hamstrings. Now, Phil, you've seen it. We haven't seen it. So, and that's another thing too. When you look at Andrew just by himself, yeah, he looks like the Mr. Olympia, but he still needs to stand next to these guys, even when if he's shredded to the bone and his glutes and hams are shredded and dry, he still needs to stand next to these guys. And is it going to be enough? Is the thickness in the back going to be enough? The lat spread, is that going to be enough to hang with Samson and Hadi and Derek's big ass lat spreads? Is the side quad going to be as prominent as big ass Samson's side quad and Nick Walker's huge side quad? And you're right. Like, is it going to be the same? It's going to be lean, but is he giving up some fullness and some size to bring that leanness that we've all been waiting for Andrew Jack to bring? That's why I wish I would see the photos, because then I might be like, yeah, he's going to win. But I haven't seen the photos. Les Kamal wants to send me the photos. I will love it, right? Because I can get on the Andrew hype train. But I haven't seen him, so I just have to. I'm taking Phil's word for it because I trust his word 100%. Phil has been in this game forever, and he has an eye for this, and he knows what he knows. And so to make that bold statement, I don't think Phil wants to embarrass himself and make a call. Not that we're all speculating. Like, no one knows who's going to win. Like, this is the most open Olympia we've ever seen. So anyone can win in the top 5 that we've been predicting. But it'd be nice to get it right, especially in this type of Olympia where it is this hard to predict these things. So, we're going to see. We're going to see. I just hope that Andrew doesn't do the tongue sticking out thing. I don't want to see that. So, Phil, tell Kamal, Andrew, do not stick the tongue out in the poses. We don't need to see that, brother. Just let your physique do the talking. Oh, it's not Phil. This is Patty? No, this is Patty. It's not Phil. It's Patty. Okay, it's Patty. Okay. So I'm just looking through all the comments now. Yeah. So, all right, guys. Those are the updates. We saw the Keon update too, where he looks pretty gnarly. I don't want to play it. It's gonna lag probably. Oh yeah, yeah, Keon. Yeah, I'm lagging a bit. Yeah, I gotta get this internet figured out. It's pissing me off every time I do a live stream. It lags. I do notice that like Keon's legs, do they look a little like undersized for his upper body, or is it just how he's posing it? What's your guys' thoughts on his quad? They're shredded, but like, do they look a little bit undersized for his upper body? Okay, there's the upper body. Okay, and then we're gonna lower body. It's because he's crunching down on it, so it's like it thins out the quad sweep isn't showing there, so that's probably why it's looking like that. You know what I would love if I'm gonna go next year. I'm gonna go next year, and I'm gonna if Bob is still around as the MC next year. Let's all pray that that's not the case. But if he is, I'm gonna go to the press conference, and I'm gonna like start yelling and like be a heckler, in the crowd. I'll get a couple of hecklers. No, I'm just joking. But I wish I could ask some questions in the press pit. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, you can't do sports betting. I've looked into that. Trust me, I wanted to start a website where you could do betting on bodybuilding. It would be crazy. Or do like a poly market, like on X where they have poly market, and there's like stats of showing who's trending to win, what are the odds for this bodybuilder to win. So I know Fuad has his kind of prediction, kind of betting, kind of fantasy football style type of thing, but I would like to do it more like poly market where you're betting on these athletes and you can see the odds of who's going to win based on the stats and the data that's coming in real time, like poly market. So I just need a software developer. If anyone knows someone, tell them to message me. because I would like to set that up. Even if it's not for like money, but it's for like credits or like something. I don't know what we could do because I don't think you can do that in the US, but that's an idea. Because why can't we do it for bodybuilding? It's for sports. Why can't we do it for bodybuilding? I'm going to update my prediction on Thursday. So my prediction may be that Derek Lunsford is going to win. Yeah, they have sports betting. So like, I mean, man, I wish we could do it for bodybuilding. I think it would be very popular. The only thing is because we don't know the final competitor list until the Monday before the show, it's difficult to do it for each pro show. You could do it for the Olympia, no problem, the Arnold, but then these other pro shows, we don't know until the Monday before who's in the show. So you have to constantly update. Really, I don't know. It can be done. It can be done. Vegas does odds. See, wouldn't it be nice to bet? Wouldn't it? I think it would build up the hype even more. You start betting on these bodybuilders to win Olympia. It would just hype it up even more. Like people putting their money where their mouth is. Me, right? Put a couple thousand on Samson to win. I would be all in that. Plus, I think it would do well. I think it would make a lot of money having a business like that, having a site like that. But the law does not allow it, from what I know right now. As someone would have done it already. You could do it in the U.S. There's a back door for it. Well, I don't want to do anything backdoor. I want to be busted by the government. Trump come down on me trying to do this betting, underground sports betting, bodybuilding. Conference is on Thursday. So yeah, the conference on Thursday. Weigh-ins is on here. Let me just go. Let me go here. Mr. Olympia. Pay-per-view schedule. So the okay, right here, check-ins. Wednesday check-ins, 6:30 PDT. I think that's same as Pacific Standard Time. So that's my time, West Coast time. 6:30 p.m. There's no 9 a.m. thing that someone said in the chat earlier. For the first time ever, watch the pros check in with the IFBB at the Olympia. Height, weight, last minute instructions as they finish their prep before they hit the stage. Also includes exclusive interviews. Begins at 6:30 p.m. Oh, it is 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Wednesday. So I'll cover some of that too. So come join me for that. We'll do like a watch along with that. And I'll be doing updates tomorrow evening as well. Perfect time. And to get all the most recent updates. So that'll be fun. We'll do a watch along for that. All right. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys joining me. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.